ASM artist, ASM artist, ASM artist. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in, and before we get into tonight's video, I wanted to say a big thank you to those of you who watched my first video, who interacted with my first video, and to those of you that subscribed. Just thank you so much. It means a ton. So yeah, we've got some momentum, and let's keep it going. Before we get into the watches, I'd like to preface this with, I am not some bougie watch collector. I think my watch collection is pretty modest, more of like a budget-friendly watch collection. You're not gonna see any like Grand Seikos, Rolex, AP, none of that crazy stuff. Maybe someday, but for right now, we're staying on the budget-friendly side. You're not gonna see very many of these that are over like $100. So let me cut the frame out so that I can move all these to the table without making a lot of noise, and we'll be right back. So, as you saw from the thumbnail and the description, we're going to be discussing my watch collection this evening. I've got, I think 13 watches here that we're going to go over. This is pretty much the extent of what I have. I think I have a few other odds and watches hanging around somewhere, but this is the majority of them right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the more sentimental ones, the more sentimental watches. Sentimental watches. I went ahead and wrote down in this little notebook. If you can see this pen, it's kind of like a light pen. That's like a bolt for a rifle. That might be kind of loud. Sorry if it is, but so I went ahead, got this nice little notebook from work, and I listed out all of the watches so I could give you the correct names, because some of them, honestly, I didn't even know the names of. I wear about 3 of these on the regular. So we're going to start, as I said, with the sentimental ones, and then we will get into, the ones like my daily wearers and ones that you're going to see on my wrist more frequently. So, without further ado, the first watch we're going to be talking about tonight is the Armatron GM00. So those of you that are watch people, you're probably going to say, what the heck, that's not a very high-end watch. This is actually, my parents got it for me a long time ago, and that's kind of why it holds sentimental value to me. I think they got it at like a Kohl's or a Walmart, so you're probably looking at like, back then this watch was like $15-20. I don't even know if you could buy it anymore, but it was like my first, big kid watch. I wore this right out of college. You can guys see the bezel spins there. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's why it's sentimental. I don't really wear it, as you can see. The battery's dead, so I haven't even got the battery replaced in a while. I just keep it, strictly because it was my first like real watch. So yeah, the Armatron GM00 was number 1. So I'll set this off to the side. So number 2, which is also sentimental to me, quite a bit, is going to be the Movement Revolver E18. And again, those of you in the watch community, I think Movement kind of gets a bad rap. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's like maybe a little, lower quality. I think these watches are pretty cool. My wife got me this one for our wedding. So it is the Movement Revolver in rose gold. And I think it's a pretty sharp looking watch. If you ask me, it went great with the suit that I wore. And I still wear it from time to time. This one, unfortunately, also needs a battery replaced. Yeah, I think you can. I think it's discontinued, but you used to be able to get this for like a 150, maybe 150 bucks. I don't know. You might still be able to get it on like eBay or Amazon. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, this one I keep it in my collection because it does have a lot of sentimental value to me. I do wear it, like our anniversary. I wear it different occasions. So I need to get the battery replaced. I have a little watch kit, and I can go through and replace the batteries myself. See if we can. Some of these watches will have a little better, you know, um, a little better ability to make some ASMR sounds. But yeah, that was watch number 2. Okay, watch number 3 here is a Waltham XAX 413. So this was actually my grandfather's watch, which I got given to me when he passed away. You could see the links. I don't know if you could see that in the video, but the links are kind of worn away here on both sides. But I love it. I mean, it's got some mechanical issues. It still works. I can still get it to work. But again, I keep it more as a memento, a remembrance of him. But I think it's a pretty sharp looking watch, to be honest. The gems in there, I think that is beautiful. I don't wear gold a ton, but when I do, I'll whip this bad boy out any day of the week. I think it's, even with the wear on it, I think it's pretty sharp. I could not find a value on this. I think it's from like the 70s, 80s maybe. But yeah, I couldn't find a value, and I couldn't find many of them that were being sold on like eBay or anything like that. So yeah, there's that one. The bezel doesn't move or anything. It's just a pretty standard watch. See if I can unclip this without. Oop, that might be kind of loud for y'all. Okay. Watch number 4 is the same story. This was my grandfather's watch, and my grandfather was very into watches. And when I say that, again, he wasn't buying extravagant watches. He would just wear a watch almost every day of the week. So yeah, this is the Timex. And all I could find on this one is this is a 1976, like, vintage watch. This one also has some mechanical issues. It's like, it'll wind up, which I don't know if you guys can hear that. But it's another pretty cool watch. I love these vintage watches. I'm considering taking this one to like a, somebody who repairs watches and see if they can do anything for me on this and get it so I can actually set the date, because that's the problem with this one. The date will not set. I have a lot of trouble with it. But I love it. It was my grandpa's and I loved him, and it's one of the few things that I got left to me, so I'll hold on to this one until I pass it down to my kids one day. Okay, and then again, same story with this one. This was my grandpa's. This one, I had a lot of trouble finding this one online too. What I did find is it's the PT948. It's a vintage watch, and it's got a Japan movement in it. And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much all I could find. I was wearing this one quite a bit for a while there, just as like a daily wear, because it's pretty simple. It's silver. I like silver. The battery's still active in this one because I've worn it a lot sooner than those other ones. So yeah, and that's the last watch that my grandfather gave me. So those three, those three are going to be in this collection forever. I can guarantee you that. Okay. Watch number 6 is another movement watch. I believe my wife got me this one as well a while ago, just like a daily wearer. I do love the matte black look of this thing. It's pretty sharp. I think it's 39 millimeter, so it fits my wrist. I don't wear massive watches because I don't have huge wrists or anything, but it fits me pretty well, in my opinion. But there it is on the wrist for y'all. Pretty sharp, and this is the movement Rise Oath. Rise Oath. And this one I do believe is discontinued as well, and I couldn't really find much for a price tag on this one. I'm almost positive you could find this one on eBay though if you looked hard enough, because it's relatively recent. I think they were putting these out within the last 5 years. Okay, now we get into what some watch collectors would call the God tier, right? People love Casio, and for good reason. I mean, they are great watches, and I have a few of them just for daily wearers, and I do wear these pretty frequently. The first one I have here is the Casio A700W. A great watch, a reliable watch, pretty sharp looking too. It's not, too flashy. It's pretty simple, and I think these older style watches that our dads used to wear, in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, they're making a comeback. They're making a huge comeback, and for good reason. I mean, they are cool. I can't believe they ever went out of style, really. But these, you have your light, and then you have your different modes. You got your alarm. I hope that's not too loud for you all. You got a stopwatch. I'll probably just show you on this one just in case it is. And then that's how you set your time. And then you can go from military time to standard time. So, nice metal bracelet. Pretty easy. It's just like a clasp bracelet. Oh, that's kind of loud too, isn't it? See if I can get that chain to make some cool noises, maybe. Casio. Okay, let's go to the next Casio. So the next Casio we have here is the W217H. Oh, and that previous watch that I just showed you, that's about $35 to $40, so very reasonably priced. Not out of most people's budget. Very easy to save up and purchase that one. And it's the same for this one. The W217H, this is a great watch, like a workout watch, a work watch, whatever it's a pretty, like an active person would wear this watch. It doesn't have any like GPS trackers or heart rate or anything like that. It's just simple, but it's the same modes. So I'm not gonna flip through them and show you, but it shows you the day, day of the week, day of the month, and then I have this one set in the military time. But this one is water resistant. I think that says, what's that say? That says 50 meters, 50 meter water resistant. Black band. I mean, the band's not anything special, but it gets the job done, Gets the job done. Gets the job done. The job. So, okay, and then this one is the Casio W217HM, and it is the exact same as that last one that I showed you, just the gold color. I think it's kind of funny. I like swap my watches back and forth. Some I have in military time, some I have in the standard time. I don't know why. It doesn't bug me. I can go back and forth pretty easily. Pretty easily. So yeah. Okay, now that we've emptied this, I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the way. Okay, the next watch we have here is another kind of god tier watch brand, which is Timex. The Timex Expedition. And this, I don't know what model of Expedition this is. There's quite a few different models of Expedition from what I understand. Now this one, I'm not sure if you can hear it, has a pretty good tick to it. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, tick, 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 tick. It doesn't whine though. You can't wind it up. But again, this is an outdoorsman's watch. This is water rated for 50 meters as well. This one has like a kind of a synthetic strap here. Again, nothing too flashy, but it does get the job done. And this one actually, if you push in on this, it glows green like that, which I think is pretty sweet. I don't use that feature a ton, but every now and then, you're taking a walk in the dark, or you go into a dark room and you can click that and it gives you at least some little bit of light. So this one, the Casios, I do wear pretty frequently in comparison to all the rest. The next one on the list is the Casio AE. Ooh, that was kind of loud. 1200 WHD. So again, back to the god tier Casio. Some neat things about this one is it gives you world time. You can, as you can see right there, it says NYC. You can kind of go through, there's a search mode, and you can go through the different time zones. You can actually program, I think you can program almost all the time zones. You get to pick up to 4, I think it is, that you can program in here, which I think is really neat. This one also has a light, and then it's got the stopwatch, just like the others, and the alarm. I think, yeah, this one even says 10-year battery life, which is pretty reliable, pretty reliable, pretty reliable, pretty reliable. Metal chain, water resistant. Again, I wear this one pretty frequently as well. Most of the Casios I do, because they're just so reliable and simple. Now, with that said, with this one, we're kind of moving out of the budget, what I would consider budget for me, the budget-friendly watches. So the two watches that I wear most frequently are here on the table. Here on the table. We're going to start with the one on the right. Let me flip the page in the book so I can tell you the accurate name. I know it's a Seiko Persage, which Seiko, for those of you that know, or for those of you that don't know, is a really rad watch brand. They are extremely reliable. Some people would put them right up there with like the Casio of the world. A lot of people, if you're going more of a budget route, would pick these if you can't afford like a Rolex. If you can't afford like Grand Seiko, you'll go with just the ordinary Seiko brand. So this is a Seiko Presage SRP B SRP B 77, and it is the cocktail time. This watch ranges. I got it as a gift, but looking it up, I got it as a gift for Christmas, I think last year. And I love it. I wear it all the time. My family got it for me. This is like my first, actual nice watch. You can hear sorry, I bumped the mic. But you can wind it up. This is a mechanical watch. So let me see if you can see the back there. You can sort of see the moving parts in there, but it's self-winding as you wear it. So you can either wind it this way, or you can wear it and it will wind as you move. The only problem with that is if you don't wear it for a couple days, you're gonna have to reset the time because it will run out of wind, right? It will run out of time, and you'll have to reset it when you put it on that morning or that day or whenever, before you go out, which I don't mind. I mean, I'm usually putting these on at home anyway, so I can set them to one of the clocks or set them with my phone. But I just think they look so sharp. I love this watch. I love the face of this watch. I love the dial on this watch, the texturing of it. Texture. I think the texture is fabulous. I think the glass, the looking glass, looks great. A lot of people gripe about this bracelet online. I saw a lot of really poor reviews about it. It doesn't bother me that bad. I think it looks fine. Sure, is it the most comfortable one? No, but I deal with it. It's not bad, and I think it looks good. And I will tolerate a little bit of discomfort for something that looks good. I don't know if you are the same, but yeah, I like to clean and professional, and this is just kind of. I don't think it's too flashy. I don't think it's too extravagant. I think it's really simple, clean, sharp, almost like minimalist. So yeah, the Seiko Presage. Let's get the handy dandy notebook back open. Maybe play with this a little bit. So, here in the book, in the notebook, we are on number 13. I believe I told you at the beginning I had 13 watches for you, so this is the last one. And in my opinion, I saved the best two for last. These are the two that I wear the absolute most, as I mentioned. And 13, I actually just got. It just came last month, so I had it on pre-order. I pre-ordered it back in February from the Trafford watch company out of Texas. Shout out to those guys. Their watches are sweet, and this watch, is living up to the hype. I love this watch. So it is the Trafford Crossroads Season 3, and it's the prickly pear dial. Prickly pear dial. So as you can see, this one was a little more pricey. I really wanted this watch, and I saved up for quite a few months and just pulled the trigger on it. So here it is. I think the dial is beautiful. I love that greenish color that it has. I love the square shape, or I guess more of a rectangular shape. I love the band. Check out the back of the band. Oh yeah. It's like a floral pattern. see on this one, this also has the open back. And this is also a mechanical watch, so you can see the parts moving in there. As I wear it, it winds itself, or you can wind it on the side here. I hope you all can hear that. Yeah, I've been wearing this one probably about every other day, as much as I can. The green doesn't go with some outfits, obviously, but I've been trying to make it work just because I love the look of it so much, and I want to show it off. I think it's beautiful. You can hear that winding mechanism in the back when you shake it. But yeah, so that is the Trafford Crossroads Season 3 Prickly Pear Dial. Prickly Pear Dial. Prickly Pear Dial. Prickly Pear Dial. And that folks, wraps up the collection. It wraps up the collection. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. So whenever I post a video, which at this time I'm trying to do 2 or 3 times a week, just with work and life, that's what I feel comfortable doing at this moment in time. If that changes, or if this really starts to do well, I might up that to 3-4 times a week, 4-5 times a week, whatever it may come out to. But I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. So I really enjoy making these videos for you all, and I will definitely be back in a couple days